All right, everyone. Just wanted to say hello and hi from Colorado, from Sage and I. This is I'm actually coming off of the back of one of my most favorite ever client consultation calls, and I sometimes have to pinch myself that, like, showing up and working with incredible women who are having an incredible impact in the world or are doing work. They're like pioneers in the work that they're doing and really helping to heal the world in their unique way, shape, or form with their own medicine. And I feel like when I talk to women on consultation calls and my clients and inside my program, one of the biggest things that I see that really holds people back is the same across the board. And I'm going to talk about that today. Hi, if you're joining us live. I think I'm a little early, so most people will probably be catching the replay. Let me know if you're here, where you're watching from. If you're catching the replay, you can say hi to Sage and I a little bit later. Okay, so what I want to talk about is the biggest reason that I see, and this is like truthfully from my heart and soul, and this held me back for so freaking long, really being able to truly live my soul purpose of helping other women to have the impact that they know they're destined to have in the world. And it's not what you think. I'm guessing you probably think it might be like fear of being judged or fear of being visible, and those definitely hold people back to a certain degree. But there's one thing that holds every single one of us back, and we have to change this. We have to shift this in our mind in order for us to truly embody our work and truly be able to have the impact that we know we're destined to have. And it's the willingness to invest in ourselves. Literally, the number one reason that holds people back from truly doing their soul's work is the willingness to invest in ourselves or yourself or your business. A coach at the beginning of when I was starting my business told me once that how much we are willing to invest in ourselves is a direct reflection of how much we actually believe in ourselves. And that really hit home to me. And when I started my business, of course, I started investing small. I started with, working with coaches at a $5,000 price point or an $8,000 price point, and then I kind of gradually went up, and now my investments into mentors and into my business are huge. I mean, I'll spend up to $65,000 into working with a coach. My business expenses going out every month. I invest into paid advertising now. Definitely don't do that in the beginning, but investing is such a huge part of my business, and that is how I've grown to where I am. And running $1 million business is through investing in my business, in myself, in my own personal development, in business mentors, coaching, courses. How much we are willing to invest in ourselves is truly a direct reflection in how much we actually believe in ourselves. And I think this comes from, there are two things. Does it come, for me, it came from a fear of failure. I didn't want to invest money into my business or myself because I thought, well, what if it fails? What if I don't succeed? What if this doesn't work? And that kept me from investing in myself. That kept me from investing into a coach. It kept me from investing into a business program. It kept me from investing into an expensive website or a nice website or a team. It kept me from investing in a team. What if this doesn't work and I can't pay my team, right? Business requires a shift in our mindset. And always, 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 I have seen businesses make it. I have seen businesses fail. I have had trials in my own business. I have earned six figures. I've earned multiple six figures. I've earned $1 million. And every single decision comes down to, am I able to invest to make money? Like, business, being an entrepreneur means having a very different mindset than being an employee. I used to save, I used to budget, I used to do all of these things, and great, amazing, that's what we're taught to do, and that stuff is important. But when we're running a business, oftentimes, 99% of the time, in order to make money, we have to be willing to invest money. And it really requires changing our relationship with money and what we're allowing ourselves to receive and what we're allowing to go out. So to help me overcome my fear of failure, and this is what I do for some of my clients as well, is I want you to get really clear on why. Why do you think this is going to fail? What actually, not just is this not going to work, but get down, write it out into detail. What are your actual fears? What are they? And write them down. And a lot of times what we see is that we're future tripping ourselves and we don't actually know what failing even means to us. What does it even look like? And two, what I want you to do is go back over the course of your life and just think about the wins that you've had, your top 5 biggest successes that you've had, or top 5 things that you've done in your life that you're so proud that you've done, and write those down and look at them and look at what you did achieve and look at what you did accomplish and really find that power and strength in that. There's something so powerful about actually writing these things down and seeing them for what they are, and it gives us so much more clarity around being able to kind of move forward. But I think like also, you know, from the beginning for me, my business, and I think why I was able to take off so quickly, I hit 6 figures in not my first year, but my second year. But by the end of my first year, I was earning consistent $8,000 a month. And why I've been able to grow, I think, so quickly is that I've always taken the approach that I'm going to go professional, and I'm going to go professional from the start. And when I started and opened the doors of my business, I was consistent. And I invested in an incredible, beautiful, professional website. I still have the same one today. You guys can go and check it out. It's just Carrico.com. But I paid somebody, I think it was like $2,500. It wasn't a lot of money, to do my website for me so that it looked amazing. I had professional pictures done so that it looked amazing. I hired a business coach so that I knew what I was doing. I invested in a business coaching program so that I knew I had a roadmap, I had a guide. I didn't want to mess around for 2 to 3 years and eventually quit. I wanted this to work, and so I invested into it working. Eventually I got really busy and I needed a team, so I invested in a virtual assistant to start doing the things that I did not want to do so that it freed me up more to do what I did want to do. Next, I invested in an online business manager. Then I invested in 2 coaches to help me run my program. Then I invested into a Facebook ads manager, right? So it's like the level of investment for me has gone up and up and up and up and up. And really being able to, I don't know, I guess like always have a mentor or guide or someone who has achieved what I also have the desire to achieve. They've done it already before and I've invested to work with them. Has been also something that has just absolutely changed the game for me. So if you're just jumping on now, go back and watch the beginning of this because I talk a little bit about, the most important thing, I think, the most important shift that an entrepreneur needs to make in order to really succeed in business. And these are some tips for you. And we do talk a lot about money mindset and investing inside my program, Soul Business Accelerator, which we have a few spaces open if anyone is ready to invest and to jump in. But just keep this in mind. It's not just investing in a coach and a mentor. Yes, that's a big game changer, but it's investing in your business. It's investing in your own personal growth. It's investing to a coach or a healer, because how can we expect to be a coach and a healer and have people invest in us when we're not willing to let go of the money and invest in our own personal development and growth? So it's not just about investing in a business coach, it's investing in your business, investing in your team, investing in your own personal health and your own healing. I always have I have a business coach right now, I have a spiritual coach right now, and I have a therapist. And I'm always doing things like body work, energy. I'm always investing in myself as well. And I've seen that the level that I've been willing to invest over the years is absolutely a direct correlation to how my income has grown and how my business has grown as well. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. If you guys have questions, just pop them in the comments. But yeah, investing in all terms is a huge part of being an entrepreneur, and something that it's a muscle. We have to build it. We're not natural investors because of society. We're natural savers and budgeters. And when we take on this entrepreneurial journey, it doesn't work like that. So this is another thing that I do. I put everything onto a credit card. And sometimes people are like, oh my God, I don't want to have debt. I don't want to have credit card. But honestly, it's like the best thing ever because you're betting on yourself. You are your own lottery ticket. We don't need to go out and win the lottery. I am my own lottery ticket. I know that if I put this money on my credit card and I make a decision to join a program or work with a coach, I'm going to 100% make that decision right. And I'm going to master the content in the program, and I'm going to implement it and make it actually work. So trust yourself. And the other nice thing about putting things on credit cards too is that mine has like miles. I think it's a Capital One credit card, and I get miles for every time that I charge on my credit card. So what I do is I pay off my credit card at the end of every single week, so that I never run a balance and I never pay interest. And then I get like, anytime I go up to the mountains and rent an Airbnb, anytime I want to fly somewhere, it's always paid for by miles because everything goes on that card. So there's just some mindset tweaks that we need to make when we're starting a business. It's very different than living a personal life and getting a paycheck. Investing is a very important mindset to have. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I will let you go. If you have questions, pop them on here, and I'll see you next Tuesday.